Hello, Victor. How are you? We have a new take from you with the exercises for the hand sync lesson. You are saying that you are having hand sync issues mostly in the higher strings, and you want to know if this could be related to your guitar. Let's see first what's happening, and then we'll take some conclusions. That's interesting. It's true that you're having more sync issues in the higher strings. No problems there, no problem in the 6th and 5th. I have to say that it's weird. Do you know why I think this is weird? Because it's usually much more difficult to play alternate picking in the lower strings than the higher ones. When you are playing, mostly because of your right hand. When you're playing in the lower strings, you have less anchor point. You have less strings to rest your hand. However, I think that the problem in your case is more related to your left hand. It's more related to your left hand. Why don't you try moving a bit your thumb? Because you are placing it right like this. Why don't you try setting it a bit down in the fretboard? Okay, so you would, instead of, let me show you a closer camera, you are putting your thumb there. Why don't you try this position? Because that's the main difference when you are playing in the lower strings. You have your thumb more like this. And then when you go to the higher strings, you do this movement. And for this kind of 3 notes per strings fingerings, I think that it can be a bit uncomfortable. So maybe you can, okay, change your hand position and see what happens, because the problem seems to be your left hand. Okay. I think that you need to continue working on this. Try this idea of the thumb. Also, focus more on the higher strings. If you notice that the problem happens there, it must maybe it's because you practiced a bit less there, or maybe just it's just the fact that you are less comfortable and you need to give it more time. But I recommend you to focus on the higher strings. Mostly, as I said, you can connect all the positions. And one question before I finish the video. Have you, I don't remember, I have to recheck, but I'll do the question here. Have you worked on the Land of Legato lessons? Have you worked on that one? If not, I really recommend you to get into those series. There are many lessons, maybe 5. Mostly the first 3 ones are very important for your left hand, and they include these similar patterns, but only with your left hand. I think that if you haven't worked on them, you should, and if you only worked on the first one, please check out the number 2 and number 3, because you really need to train a bit more your left hand. Okay, mate, let me know if you have any question. See you at the forum.